the coach for Angola, Pedro Goncalves. The referee for this game, Mohamed Atuman from Comoros. Assistant referee number 1, Ndimbinaninia Andrea Chinavarivel, Madagascar. Assistant referee number 3, Mohamed Ibrahim, Comoros. Court official, Lesotho,
It is the day when Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium hosts the big ones, Lesotho and Angola. And this is the time where Group C has to be decided. Group A and B are decided already, and we will be seeing how Lesotho is approaching this one, because Angola is a super side and it's got a leading goal scorer. But looking at that group itself, Namibia and Seychelles are playing at the same time as this one is playing. Remember, when Seychelles and Lesotho wins their games, then it means the number of goals are very important, because it will take Namibia off the top, it will take Angola off the top. So today, goals are very important, and a win for those two, Seychelles and Lesotho, could turn everything around, because they could end up with 4 points. But 4 points of how many goals scored? So you've got to cancel each other out. So this is the moment that we are faced with. Isn't it interesting that in every group, things have just been turning around? So it has been a moment where we are looking forward to players doing their best. And one of the players that we are expecting to do his best is Depu, the number 9. Look out for him. That is for Mozambique, and in fact for Angola. But Lesotho have players that can do the job. And players that can do the job in that Lesotho side, you're looking at Lekolwane, you're looking at Moerane, their goalkeeper. And they are a side that is more relaxed. And it's a side that has no pressure, because they realize that they are achieving what they want to achieve. Remember, the biggest achievement is to select or identify players that can be included in the African Nations Cup and or World Cup qualifiers. And Coach Notsi is the man that is leading the pack. And we are looking at a Lesotho side that has learned a lot in this tournament. Very, very strong when it comes to putting those passes throughout the middle. And not only putting those passes through the middle, but building patiently. But will they have time to build? Because Angola will be very solid. And solid is the likes of Vidinho at the back, the big number 15. He's the one that is going to be causing sort of a bit of a problem as a stumbling block when Lesotho wants to go through that defense. They've got the likes of Pedro. They've got Maestro in the middle of the park. They've got players that can always go out there and make a difference. A very relaxed Angola side, dancing all the time. I've realized that the Mozambicans and the Angolans are always dancing to their tune and more relaxed when they get to the pitch. But when the game starts, they are solid. They win every tackle. And is the side that will always look at and say, will they qualify? So remember, it will be Lesotho, Angola, Seychelles, and also a side that we all looking at as neighbors, Namibia. Who is going to qualify? The coaches have shared their views with us. Coach, if Lesotho beats Angola and also Seychelles beat Namibia, can be a different story, but also goal difference. So you still have to score goals today.
Yes, Ramax, if that would be the case, would have the opportunity to probably qualify, but at the same time we have to go in, dig deep, try as much as we can to create goal scoring opportunities, and be clinical.
Clinical it is, but Ranso, the clinical man in your team, was injured in the last game. How is he now?
No, he's out. He had dislocation of his elbow, so he's totally out. And we have some youngsters too who we believe they can do the work.
You've got an opponent that is very stubborn, pick number 9, Depu. Have you worked around that strike force?
Yes, we have done that. We had the opportunity to watch them play. We have seen their strengths, and it's something that we have to deal with in a very good manner to manage them, and at the same time try as much as we can to create those chances of being more offensive and try to be clinical like we've just mentioned.
Coach, looking at today's game, a very tight one, like all other games.
Yes, it's true. Well, despite the main goal is expose the players to that kind of demanding matches, since we arrive to that stage, third journey, with the opportunity to achieve the semi-finals, well, in our mind, for sure, try to do our best. We have confidence on the boys who are going to play. The team are confident. So, yes, with a wonderful scenario, wonderful weather, good opponents. So, let's try to do our best.
Just finally, your fate is in your hands, in a sense that elsewhere the results can still mean something else, and
Sure.
any one of the 4 can qualify.
Yes, it's true. For sure, we and Namibia have more chances in the beginning, but we must to respect our plan, believe in ourselves, and I feel we all is available to play a good match, and in the end we know that if we win we are going in the semi-final. So in our mind is only like that.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's all to play for on the last day of Group C of the Hollywood-based COSAFA Cup in the battle for the one available semi-final spot, as 2-time runners-up Lesotho take on 3-time winners Angola at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, with all 4 sides mathematically in with a chance of advancing beyond the group. A good day it is to you here, and an interesting scenario in this group, with all 4 sides having it all to play for here. Lesotho and Seychelles, well, if they do win, everybody will be on 4 points, and we'll have to whip out the calculators once again. If it's Angola and Namibia that win, then it'll come down to goal difference, even a goal scored to separate the 2. Comes down to that. So, bottom line here for both Lesotho and Angola is not just about going out there to go through the 90 minutes, but it would help to pick up 3 points and ensure the rest a little easy. A draw will do the job for the Angolans, depending on what happens on the other side out at the Isaac Wilson Stadium. So still a win will, of course, go far in ensuring that they do move on through to the semi-finals.
Angola. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Lesotho. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Angola.
Angola have beaten Lesotho on 4 occasions in the past year. They'll be looking to make it win number 5 in this crucial encounter, hoping for a good showing, a good start, and most importantly, goals here up against a Lesotho side that has notched up 2 wins in the past against the Angolans. For Lesotho, there's also been 1 draw in sides that have faced each other on 7 occasions. So Lesotho today looking for their 3rd win against the Angolans here, and they come into this game having made 4 changes. Mugugwane coming into the heart of defense. They also will have Futwani coming into the midfield position. Out in the attack alongside Makateng, they will have Hutlang as well as Mahachani. Mahachani the only man in the starting lineup, in fact the only man in this Lesotho squad to have found the back of the net in this tournament so far. Similar formations for both these sides here, with 3 in the middle and 3 out in the attack. Makateng proved himself to work hard in the last encounter. Also, very pacey attacker. He would love some service from Hutang and Mahachani from the wide areas. The officials in this encounter, Mohamed Atumani from Comoros. He is assisted by Dimbiniaina of Madagascar, and the second assistant referee is Mohamed Ibrahim from Comoros. 4th official, Mushitama Naftal from Namibia. Now, for the Angolans here, a whole host of changes, 6 with 3 at the back. Pedro, Mindinho and Mansoni are the men that are introduced into the starting 11 here in this match. In the middle of the park, they bring Domingos into the fray here. Picas and Benafra, who came in off the bench in the last match, they get starting bursts here today. They will be, of course, alongside Depu out on the attack, wearing the number 9 jersey, amongst 4 top goal scorers in this tournament, and Maestro in the middle of the park, wearing the number 10 jersey, crucial to the Angolan success here today if they are to get it. He, of course, has been amongst the most impressive in this tournament. Well, for Pedro Gonçalves, the man originally from Portugal that leads Angola, it's all about the good start to this match and maintaining what they were able to do in the last match, where they, of course, entertained and found the back of the net, impressed. And so Leslie Notes, his side is up against it here, but still far from out of it. Would love to see his side not only go on to pick up the 3 points, but do so impressively in scoring goals here and possibly sneaking into a semi-final berth. It's Angola to get this game underway, attacking the goal to the right of your picture. Tepu and Maestro with the initial touches. To have Penafa starting this game out wide on the right side, whilst Picas will be out wide on the left. Handful of Angolan supporters, top of your picture, that have made their way through here to support their countrymen. Hasn't been easy for any of the sides in all of the groups here thus far in trying to impress, pick up points, and most importantly score goals here. The tournament started off in a low-scoring note, but has improved as things have moved along and got intense in the final round of matches. As in stand, we've had 27 goals in 16 matches. A whole host of players on one goal each. The top goal scorers so far, Tepu, Afane, and Odiambo, as well as Tapera of Zimbabwe, Odiambo, of course, of Kenya, all of them on just 2 goals. Offside then against Maestro, one of the 2 to have found the back of the net for the Angolans in this tournament. Certainly worth keeping an eye on here. He can turn on the magic should the need arise, as Morani goes out wide to that right side. Malebe of LCS amongst those getting the touches. Good closing down here from the Angolans. Now, good movement. Maestro it is. Happy to win the corner. It will be a matter of interest with a quality ball in from Maestro is the aerial duels between these 2 sides, both offensively and defensively. And the front foot here are the Angolans. 5 they've sent into the box, 3 lurking on the edge of the box. Near post, they get the header. More off the shoulder or back, quite possibly than the head. Out for the goal kick. Tepu it was who drifted towards that near post, playing club football in Portugal. Will definitely be amongst the men to keep an eye on here from a Lesotho point of view, Tepu. Now, a little flick on here on this near side, no chances being taken as Lesotho get the throw in. Now, all over the top here, race on as Tepu was 1-on-1 against the defender, losing out on that occasion. They need to watch out for the hard-running, strong number 9 from Angola. Do have a number of players that play the club football in Portugal, one in Belgium, including those that play within the borders of Angola. In the starting 11, the men in red and black. From Lesotho, those that don't play in Lesotho in the starting 11 either play in South Africa or Botswana. Pedinho, along with the early ball forward again, looking for Tepu to try and disrupt those 2 central defenders. They do a good job of dealing with him. Well, the Lesotho fans are watching, hearing in the background. They have gone up a notch out in the stands. They are in the second tier, and a group of them, I'd say 10 to 20, possibly 15, that have found their voices. Mansoni amongst the 2, or make that 3 changes in the back 4 for the Angolans. He plays his club football in Belgium for Masonia 1909. Nice touches by Lesotho in defense and under a bit of pressure to work it out of that right side and get it over the halfway line. Now, looking to get numbers forward then with Malape. on the up and up. Nice comfortable pace in getting things started here between these two sides in the early exchanges. Mukachani, Malepe, Depo with the touch and immediately looking to apply pressure. It's done well, Depo! And gone just wide at the end of it all. At long ball forward will always seem looking to disrupt the two central defenders. That time around, he does well enough to get the head of the keeper, but just couldn't steer it towards goal for the perfect start for Angola.
That was a good effort by Depo. In fact, he was very unfortunate not to be finding the rudder right, but he always want to be in the box, in and around, as we spoke to him last time, Sizwe, when he became, or when he was crowned man of the match. And he says, my job is just to be here in the box or around the box. Notice that he will not go anywhere deeper. He stays around there.
Look at it again then. All sorts of pressure here on Magogwani. Gets well ahead of Merani. Should be doing better.
Yeah, but that's when you're asking yourself, what was Mukukwani doing there? Because there was no pace towards the keeper. Tried to use the thigh, and as he dropped the thigh, it reduces the pace of the ball to the keeper. When he lifts the thigh, it might have gone further towards the keeper. Good idea, but it's some of those techniques that are awkward. It's like when you're passing with the chest. When you press your chest out, it will go further. When you drop your chest, it goes short, and you could be punished.
Very nearly punished. Angolans who feel he should have been punished then. Had a little header there that went wide of the mark then from Ben Arfa. Did the Angolans. So a couple of bright moments for them. What looks like a very patient start. Continue. Long towards Tepo, losing out of the air on that occasion. So, Murani with one serious scare so far here in the early stages. And the chance hasn't quietened the Lesotho supporters any bit. Still letting their presence be heard and felt here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Keep in mind, Namibia and Seychelles currently in action out at the Isaac Wilson Stadium as Maestro shows too much of the ball. Started the group with Angola on 4 points ahead of Namibia. Seychelles and Lesotho on 1 point. Seychelles and Lesotho, if they do win, everybody's on 4 points on the day. Calculators are out. So far, we've had some heavy hitters. The biggest hitters in the COSAFA Cup football all exit, that being the most successful nation, Zambia, second most successful nation, Zimbabwe, and third most successful nation, South Africa, all out. As we view this foul on Lebogolwani by Maestro. Now movement to that far side from Mukashani. Ball looking for him to bring it down over his shoulder. Had a few things on his mind. First, he was mindful not to run out of play then, including the defender and trying to track the ball. He got the initial touch, did Tepo, and from that point on, it was just about the pressure he applied.
Look at something that I picked up. He used the ankle and instead of the laces. That is why he changed direction. Just when he was lifting it over the keeper, and he knows that. You can see it's just he knows that.
Nice show. Space to turn here. The option out wide on the near side is Ben Afra. Driving forward, Ben Afra looking for Tepo. Good work defensively in denying the Angolans a chance of finding the eye of the needle. Putlang on this near side, out wide. Dolwani. Kotwani. The challenge to win it back here as the Angolans now look to blow from the back. Will have the throw in, taking it quickly, going down the line. In fact, they'll have to have a retake then with Vizinho. Not really taking the throw in from when it was supposed to be taken. Took a few yards forward then. So Pedro will look to get it right. Another of the players that plays club football out in Portugal, the Sporting. Well, wasted no time out at the Isaac Wolfson Stadium. Namibia found the back of the net from the penalty spot. So, as things stand, there's Namibia, who climb up to 7 points, and the top of the group.
Isn't it interesting, Sizwe, when we came to this fixture, we said it's Namibia or Lesotho who could change everything. And even Seychelles stands a chance of changing everything.
One of those rare occasions where we come into the last match day with all 4 sides still standing a chance mathematically of getting through. Now, Angola looking for Mkhashane. Oh, it's going to be Langanga's ball.
Goal difference makes it possible for Angola to still stay on top of this group. And you can recall that Namibia have really scored only 2 goals, so that also makes it very difficult for them. So they still need to score more.
Well, keep in mind, if they have already found the back of the net, they're currently on 7 points, adding on to the 4. So you'll add 3 extra, so they'll be on 7 right now, the Namibians, as things stand.
We'll see that coming up also, just for the viewers to confirm what it means.
So, men on the edge of the area. Early ball, then it is the shot then and the bounce for Langanga to worry about, but he had it well covered as he concedes the corner. First chance for Lesotho, a set piece from a very long way out. Good movement of feet, he shuffled across impressively to come out with that save. Made it look easy in the end. Lesotho now went at the corner. I'll talk about eager, or being eager to find the back of the net. 7 in the box here for Lesotho. 2 lurking on the edge of the box. They need to do much better with the ball in then, defending that near post. Nicely done by the Angolans in thwarting the efforts of Lesotho here with the short corner on the near side. Good skill in driving forward here from Pickers. Still looking to take them all on. In the end, he was hoping for the foul here for what looked a little nudge to make him lose balance. A positive run from Pickers then. He felt there should have been a foul then for that bit of contact with Mkhashane showing pace to drop back and assist defensively. There is Pickers. Didn't get it right. They're trying to find the movements from Maestro. Morani played every minute of this tournament so far. The goalkeeper who's conceded 3 for Lesotho so far in this tournament. Definite late challenge on Mokhashane here. He's the man that plays his club football in Botswana. Up to the far side now, he's lost out to a good challenge. Benafa and the Picker seem to have swapped sides. Now operating on Dwyer on the left side, the man in your picture. Now, as it stands, it's Namibia on 7 points and the Angolans on 5. So, as it is, the situation not good enough for the Angolans. All the reason in the world here for all the teams involved here to go out in search of a win, 3 points, but not just that, to win scoring goals and plenty of them. Vidinho. Nice shot in the middle of the park. Some nice touches to win it back for the Angolans. Proper battle out in the middle of the park. Lesotho thought they'd won the advantage in that battle, but for the whistle coming from the well-placed referee from Comoros. Benafa, the man fouls. Down the line here by Antonius, the Angolans again. And little to no trying to find a way past Fusi Matabe. Well, Maestro feeling the effects of this ill-time challenge.
Wasn't it a case with Maestro in the previous game where he was on the ground more than any player? There'll always be this player that will always be attacked or tackled more than anyone else. It's either one midfielder, very nippy one, or a big striker. Was the case yesterday with a big striker.
Maestro. Big men push forwards. Go looking for those men, and the header. It's having a chance here for the Angolans, going wide of the mark. Will always be a target, and amongst the targets inside the box. In fact, he and the teammate go for the ascending ball, then Kiliano, whom I believe gets the last touch.
Yeah, he went for Kiliano. In fact, he was higher than Kiliano. He would have knocked that one down. Kiliano was under that ball. That's where they should communicate and Kiliano move out of the way and then let the big man just attack it.
Good pressure applied by Lesotho on this near side then. Closing down the avenues for Angola to march on forward in the end, forcing the error.
Do you think Coach Concalves of Angola knows what's happening at Isaac Wilson?
I suspect he may.
Someone should be the eyes and ears.
Well, with technology being what it is these days, yes, you could have a man being out there and still communicating the score, or you could just keep up with it on the internet, but
more his assistants is than him. That will also work because he's next to him.
Yeah. Minutes in here, and these sides have had moments on either side of the field here. Lesotho now, it is looking for a bit of joy here with Mokhashane forced backwards. Have been very evenly matched, these two sides inside the opening 20. Nicely done with the ball over the top. Great movement of the ball that was Yamalape. Lesotho patient as they look to work their way through that Angolan midfield. In the end, it's one back here by Angola, looking for the counter-attack. Powerful running from Depo. In the end, there was nothing left for the left-footed shot, where he has spotted Morani off his line. He is quick and powerful. No foul there with the Angolan player down in the end. Mohamed Matsumani bringing the game to a halt, so Zapenafa can get some attention. Spelt in the exact same way as the Penafa, some of you may remember from France, the French international. As that run from Tepu a little bit earlier came from behind the two defenders to overtake them then and have that eventual left-footed strike. Extremely quick. Now, Angle not good enough to find Mokashani from Maketeng. Maketeng so far still looking to really have an effect in this game. He's had very little service. Pickers with some nice touches on the far side, still rolling kindly for the Angolans, but good tracking back as Lesotho now through Dolwani. Look to find the forward pass. There he is again, Dolwani. Start to find the last encounter between these two sides. You only have to go back to last year in Durban when well, they served up 6 goals to the Angolans and Lesotho. 4-2 win for Angola. And Mokachani, the scorers for this Lesotho side. Uzo is the man that, of course, has scored for the Namibians from the penalty spot. This Maestro, good movement on this near side still on the overlap from Mansouri. He's balling easy for Merani.
He was in a rush to find Depu. You could see that he lifted his head, and whether it was on or not, he just played it. He didn't even want to be patient and bring it back and start from scratch. Don't play it when it's not on, because then it's just a wasted ball, as we now see them attacking.
Tepo again with the run that's used as a decoy. Maestro, a little predictable with the pass, trying to get the through ball. Lesotho now looking for a quick transition of their own as they try and push forward here through Khutang. Felt he was fouled by Pedro, the referee agrees.
Petro goes on as if he will want the ball, but he had both his hands on the opponent.
Lesotho still pushing forward here, and a good challenge on the edge of the box then to win it back. Midway point of the first half, Pickers trying to skin the defender on the far side. In that 4-2 win over Lesotho last year, Angue, Amol, Gonçalves and Moseka were the scorers for the Angolans, who sent an interesting ball in towards that near post. Mirani needed to have his wits about him then to get there ahead of Penafa.
And guess who was lucky? Had he just gone past the keeper, in fact, Depu was there.
He'll always be thereabouts to try and get a poacher's goal.
This is that long ball played in the area, Sizwe, and that's Pickers just trying to find his teammate there who is really not in a good position. And then the goalkeeper came out. Moerane did the job.
Nicely done here with the turn from Magadeng. Still driving forward, yeah, Lesotho with a lovely opportunity, unselfish and beautifully done in the end. A goal deserving of the lead he has scored by Lesotho. Magadeng brilliant in the creation of the goal. It's masterfully crafted by Magadeng.
It is rewarding for those jubilant supporters, because that's when Kutwane just plays the ball coolly, giving it that height past the keeper, Langanga. And just from that throw in, lovely turn and shielding the ball well. That's what defenders shouldn't be doing, diving. And Mindino just dived and ball played well nicely there by Mkhitaryan. Just playing it back to his, oh lovely, he didn't want to touch him, Vidino. And lovely finish, keeper stranded.
A little fortunate to have shrugged off the defender at the first time of asking, but then glides past the second and offloads to Futwani, who has well, it's just the task of steering this and keeping it on target. And it's Lesotho to open the scoring here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. As things stand, still Namibia on top, because this will take Lesotho up to 4 points as things stand. So Namibia in control of their own destiny as long as they win in that game. For the Angolans, they will need to not only come from behind but win and win comfortably in order to stand a chance of getting their head of the Namibians on 7 points, if it is to end that way for both these nations.
And a draw is not good for either of the two sides.
Got hard running on this near side. Penafa, powerful runner. Mansoni, 3 targets in the box, who's allowed to bounce, and in the end avoids the first 2 defenders who weren't quite sure how to deal with it. Looking for the immediate response of the Angolans here. Touches on the edge of the box. Mansoni now driving forward from the right back position. He's got teammates in that box if he can get it in there. That's good goalkeeping from Moerane. Top-notch play. Has gotten forward on a good few occasions here on this near side. The right back, Mansoni, turning into a nice outlet for them as they look to push forward and force the issue.
How many times have we seen in this tournament a team that is attacking more, looking like scoring, conceding?
That's football for you, Max.
So you don't only have to attack more, you've got to score. Because also we know the ones that has more ball possession. Not only attacking, but more ball possession conceding. With only, 2 attacks or 1 effort, and then they win 1-0 with the team that has had 9 efforts. Shots at goals.
Great life lessons to be learned for youngsters through the sport of football and mostly sports in general. You don't always get what you deserve. Just because you're doing the attacking doesn't mean you're going to get the opening goal. It's like life. Pedro now.
When you say it's like life, that's why youngsters have to be encouraged to play sport, any other sport. Because even running, when you start, doesn't mean you'll win. You can run and finish, but doesn't mean you'll win. You can be ahead, but that doesn't make you a leader or a winner.
You don't always get what you deserve. You know, I think 1 or 2 times, famous races in the past, all that comes to mind, where you might be in the lead, someone might trip you up accidentally, the race goes on without you.
So you can't trip in life.
Yeah.
And you have to just stand up and keep going.
Dust yourself off and keep moving. Nice skill. Good work again to win it back. Just unable to keep it moving. Benafa. Well, so what Lesotho will be hoping for is a fight back from Seychelles in that match against Namibia as things stand. Benafa. Pedro. Early ball in and dealt with impressively in the heart of that defense by Mahane. Domingos. Maestro, 30 minutes of play. There's a come and gone here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Still, it's Lesotho in the lead through Fotwani's goal after some lovely work to create the openings, force the openings in the Angolan defense from Magading. Now, Mukashani with the ball across the face of goal, and goalkeeper and defender not quite on the same page then, as no chances are taken defensively then by Pedro.
But also as Makaten taking his men on, that's when I expected the Mukashani taking his men on. I expected more Lesotho players to be streaming into the box. They were waiting to see if he cuts back or not, but he just gave that change down, as it's called, and step over, playing it across, finding no white shirt.
They needed to believe in his ability to get to that byline and get it across. The man who scored against the Angolans last year, being Mukashani. In your picture is Magading of Richards Bay. Unlucky the heel then catching him on the forehead, I believe it is, as Pedro was protecting the ball, unawares of what was happening behind him. Now, nicely done on the far side and taking one defender out the equation. It created the angle for the shot pickers. It was well blocked. Maestro.
I still believe that we'll have more than one goal because Angola is hurting and Lesotho would want to score more. Isn't it interesting that both Lesotho and Swatini, in fact Lesotho, Swatini and Botswana have looked like minnows, but they've really put up a good, decent fight in this tournament.
Take the eye for Lesotho now. And to well to remember, they were losing finalists last year, so they'll feel they've earned the respect to move away from the minnows tag. But yeah, you think of sides like Seychelles putting up a fight and standing a chance on the last day. Stubborn, not easy to get through. That in the past maybe were looked at as minnows. Comoros finishing top of their group, with both Zimbabwe, Zambia and Kenya in that group. As things stand, it's still Namibia that will push on through to the semi-finals, hoping to emulate the 2015 Hollywood Best COSAFA Cup when they were crowned champions without any league football in their country at the time. Approaching the last 10 minutes of this first half. Lesotho always looking to extend their lead. Ball looking for Magading, then he's touched a little heavy. And so a little kind to Langanga, who's very quick to find Maestro in the middle of the park. Nice turn from Maestro. Good movement out wide on the far side now. Chance to look for one of the three in the box. Needed a slightly better ball, but will be kept alive. Maestro, back to goal. Nicely washed by Fotwani then as he wins it back and looks to kickstart the counter-attack that could prove telling. Keeper off his line was the better option in Mukashani here on this near side, whilst Hutlang was looking for glory. Domingos. Maestro. He comes back to Maestro. Bedinho. Bit more direct with the ball to the edge of that box. No problems for Lesotho. Nice stroke. Seeing a lot of the ball here are the Angolans. Well, interesting run straight down the middle then with a foul in an area that may interest one or two of the Angolans. Driving straight down the middle was Dominguez, plays his tough football for Feirense in Portugal. Somebody in the wall asked him, "Johnny on 2?" He said, "No, on 3 with you." Still trying to get them to find the perfect spot is Morani. Well, his communication is spot on. He said he wants to chip you. He wants to chip you, and that's exactly what Maestro did. So Morani reading the situation well from his goalkeeping position.
And also the posture was giving it away. He was just standing very close.
Yeah.
There was no ways that you could take a strike at goals like that.
Well, he's got the touch then into the danger area, Morani, initially, but fortunately for him, it comes back basically to his arms then. To the initial touch would have been slightly problematic. It moves, what, a yard away from him, needs to be cleared by teammates.
That was a decent throw.
Well, it's got them going. The end result will be disappointing from Khashani. Amongst a number of players now that will be enjoying football out in Botswana. As we look back at that throw, more than decent.
He just played it more like a kick from a corner. The referee is right on the spot.
Impressively allowing play to continue here. I must say, Khashani playing his tough football in Botswana. A few others from Southern Africa that play this. Fiso Mieni currently playing in Botswana as well, amongst one or two other South Africans, including coaches as well. Lesotho just edging Angola in shots on target. Benafa to Maestro. Pickers down that far side with the overlapping run, looking to use it well now. Is that a penalty? The answer is yes. Well, Morani needs to watch himself here, emotional, as he disagrees with the referee from Comoros, and in the end may talk himself into trouble. Pedro, it was on the move out on that far side.
And get away with this, sorry, Sizwe. And now he's in the referee's face. He's looking for that yellow card. You can't do that. He doesn't agree with the referee. He keeps everyone away, but he wants to be doing the talking. Oh, because he's a captain, he thinks so. You can't even say you're a cheat. That is also, straight away, it's a yellow.
Well, there was a tussle on here as they battled for every inch. In the end, Pedro went to ground then. Alape, the man battling with him.
He thought it was a penalty. I thought so too. That is why he was so incensed. It was just outside the box as they were entering the box.
Now, with 5 minutes to go until the end of this first half, just what the Angolans needed. Only question now is, can they convert from the penalty spot? Pedro walks off, good sign. Depo stands over the ball on the penalty spot, looking to become the outright top goal scorer in this year's tournament, going into the semi-finals. There you have it. He doesn't really hear any instructions. Says, don't remind me, I know my job. You just blow the whistle, do your job, baby Zipline. I'll do mine.
Shouldn't be accepted.
Still emotional about that penalty. Telling his teammates, I'm saving this, gents, I'm saving this. Keeps repeating that, Gaitiba, I'm saving this. The goal! Bottom corner on the left. Even if he had guessed right, he may not have gotten there, but in his frustration, kicks the ball away. He's almost begging for the yellow card. It won't come. For Angola, it's what they needed in the minutes leading up to half time here to level matters and start to think about going into the lead.
He took it very well, Depo, there. Even if the keeper, as you rightfully say, Sizwe, was going the right direction, it was just going inside that side of the net. Not the back of the net, but the inside of that net. Going the wrong direction, but was still well taken. He made sure.
Almost shaved the post out to the far side. I don't think a keeper in the world would have touched that. So, Angola, leveling matters here.
Not only leveling matters, but they need more if they want to top this group.
Yep, Ethnic Sunday and Lesotho get just a point for the time being for the match being drawn. Perfectly set for Namibia. At the Isaac Wolfson Stadium, who are in the lead in that match, or were last time we checked.
I'm looking back at that penalty, Sizwe, and I'm just saying to myself, that's how you pay a price when you always a defender and chasing the action. None of their defenders, that is Lesotho, was confronting the attacker. And that is why they found themselves in that entangled situation. It was messy. I thought, should have given it, should he have not given it? It wasn't like your clear-cut penalty.
The situation with having to turn and chase was created by the off-the-ball movement, of course, of Pedro, the left back, with the overlapping run around the defender. And once that ball is put behind the defender, he then has to turn and chase. So the movement of the ball, crediting.
Well, if Lesotho wants to come back...
should be credited, I should say.
If Lesotho wants to come back, you've got to go straight at the big defender, that's Vitinho, and see if he can just pace up with them. One-on-one, take him on. He, to me, is your best bet.
Third corner for Lesotho. Kutang and the far side official finally agree on where the ball should be, or maybe not. Yep, they do. Mohamed Ibrahim from Comoros on the far side. Near post, side netting, poor corner. Lesotho needing to do it all over again and trying to go into the lead. Angola yet to go into the lead here in this match, having had to come from behind to level matters. Now, looking to end the half strongly as we go into optional time at the end of the half. Ben Afra losing out there into the pacey Mahashani. Magadin makes himself an option once again here on this near side. 3 minutes added on. Lesotho knocking on that door. Early ball from Mahashani, set up here for Magadin! Oh, he took 2 touches, maybe 1. Would have sufficed then after it was beautifully set up by Fotwani. Oh, this is nicely done by Lesotho. Maybe 1 touch does the job then. Second touch allows Vitinho to come in for the block. And what an important block that was, in fact, in the end, by Mindinho. So close to going into the lead again, Lesotho. Poleno, it's a good chance. And Tamakateng again, who can't get the all-important touch. And the 2 good chances now for Lesotho late in the half to go back into the lead. Vagona begging. Vidinho. So as it stands now, Lesotho back down to just 2 points. Namibia still on top. If they get a goal, they'll move up to 7 points. Angola as a maestro looks for options. Forced backwards with time running out in the last minute of 3 to be added on. Benafa thought he had released Depo, whose intentions of that first time little lob could have been spot on for that situation. The whistle had gone. Well, first half comes to an end here with Lesotho having been the first to open the scoring through Fotwani then. It took some time, but the Beacons were able to pick one back. And in the end, with Lesotho having chances late in the half, with a couple of chances from Magadin, the man in your picture, just couldn't give them the lead once again here. As things stand in the overall picture, it's not good enough for either one of these 2 nations in trying to pick a spot into the semi-finals, with Namibia leading Seychelles out at the Isaac Wolfson Stadium. Here at the Nelson Mandela Stadium at half-time, it's Lesotho 1, Angola 1. Now, Angola with more goal attempts, but there's not too much separating these sides in the overall numbers. It's been a very clean game here with no yellow cards shown here. Very even game, so no separating Lesotho and Angola here. When you look at those numbers, the only real advantage is goal attempts for the Angolans. Other than that, they also lead slightly in ball possession stats, but Lesotho very much in it, having led on one occasion in the past. Anyone's game to take here as they battle for 3 points.
Andile, we've just seen the first half, but it's not about that today. It's more about your ambassadorial role. How has it been so far? I mean, given the fact that today we might know who the four finalists, semi-finalists will be.
Like really, it seems like interesting now. Most of the teams that they wanna qualify in their groups is getting tough, really, and the tournament so far it looks so good, and you also see a lot of like youngsters are playing so good football, which is good for COSAFA Cup.
And also, as an ambassador, looking at how it went from the start today, are you happy?
So happy, so happy. Also, like the supporters, you see the supporters of Lesotho, they are here to support their boys, which is good for them. Whereas that Lesotho, they only pick up now, where they're supposed to be playing like this from the start, which is it's not good for them, because they're not gonna make it anyway, because they'll only get like 4 points.
Yeah, and also looking at who's going to make it, who is not going to make it. Your overall impression about the games, which teams in particular excited you and made you feel like, wow, they were just unlucky not to be part of this?
Yeah.
Maybe part of the semi-final.
Yeah, for instance, Zimbabwe, they've been playing a good football. I was so surprised that they didn't qualify, you know. Also, Angola, they are a good team. You see, they're coming from a 1-0 down, which is they got a penalty and score. Angola, they're also showing that they want to win this tournament.
And you said want to win this tournament. Interesting is that today, including at the end of the day, we have to now know who wins in this group and who is now the trump card, who is the best placed second runner-up. That makes it very tough, because your Kenyans of this world are waiting and wanting to hear what the final points are with others.
Yeah, like as I was saying, if Angola, they win today, also Namibia, they win on the other side, which is Kenya is out, because they only have 6 points, which is Namibia and Angola, they will have 7 points. Also, like Namibia, you can't write them off. They're playing like a good football as well.
Yeah. Knowing that, how does it inspire players? Because you know what it means on the last day. Is it an advantage to those who are playing the last day to think, oh, now we know what to do?
Yeah, it is, because as I was saying, like Lesotho, they're playing good football today, attacking football. Also, their striker, the number 12, he is playing good. They're showing that they want to win this game. They don't just give the game away to Angola. Angola, they have like really crying for these 3 points to Lesotho.
Just my last point to you, looking at now the last 2 days, we have Friday and Sunday. What would you look back at and say this was the perfect or sort of the product of being here and giving this whole thing to Nelson Mandela Bay?
Yeah, it was really still a good show, like to watch this football there in Nelson Mandela. Also, like the players that are so interesting, the way that they're playing so far. And now, like most of the players now, they like realize that we have to work more harder to qualify for the groups, you know. And it's good, you know, to win games like this, to win the cup like this, COSAFA Cup. It also helps them to get in their first team.
Yeah, thank you very much, and we'll be talking to you throughout the tournament.
Thank you very much, Pramax.
Zafia emotional as he disagrees with the referee from Comoros, and in the end may talk himself into trouble.
You can't even say you're a cheat. That is also, straight away, it's a yellow.
Well, there was a tussle on here as they battled for every inch. In the end, Pedro went to ground then. Keeps repeating that, Gaitiba. I'm saving this. The goal! Bottom corner on the left. Even if he had guessed right, he may not have gotten there, but in his frustration, kicks the ball away. He's almost begging for the yellow card. It won't come. But for Angola, it's what they needed in the minutes leading up to half-time here.
He took it very well, Depo, there. Even if the keeper, as you rightfully say, Sizwe, was going the right direction, it was just going inside that side of the net. Not the back of the net, but the inside of that net. Going the wrong direction, but...
It is the last of the group matches here at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Lesotho and Angola tied at 1-1. Makateng beautifully creating Lesotho's first, then for Fotwani to slot home. Then from the penalty spot, Tepo moving on to 3 goals in the tournament and amongst the top goal scorers. As these sides come out of the tunnel, they'll both know it's not enough with Namibia winning their match out at the Isaac Wilson Stadium against the Seychelles. What they need is for Seychelles to throw a spanner in the works of that game. Angola, the first side out of the tunnel then, as they look to, well, round off the second half here and hope to end it in the lead here against Lesotho, who've put up a good show, having led first and having had a chance late in the first half to go back into the lead. Lesotho, the goal they scored, Aganga in your picture could do nothing about, as Makading picked that Angolan defense apart and was unselfish in finding Fotwani, who just had to slot it into the back of the net. But seriously created some good moments for themselves by Lesotho, and troubled that Angolan defense. Angola themselves have worked hard trying to get into the front foot, very little separating these two sides, maybe just the clear-cut chances, finding Lesotho edging out the Angolans then after a good first half of football where both these sides had a lot to play for at the start of the day, but with Namibia in the lead out in the other encounter to round up the group, it's no surprise then to see Lesotho leading goals here, and Hutang will be the man that makes way. Sera will add some ability out in the attack, coming off the bench for the second match in a row, I should say. He will play with Magating and Mokhachani as the front three. Sera will go most central. Magating will go out wide to the left or right, starting the second half out wide on the left side. Is a pacey player that really can be problematic with his pace and determination. Is Magating, man who didn't start the first game, was a starter in the second. Seba, who's just come on, by the way, still the top goal scorer for Lesotho in the history of the Hollywood Bets COSAFA Cup, looking to extend his record at the top of the charts from a Lesotho point of view, as Benafa is fouled out on the far side, barged into from behind then. Early set piece here for the Angolans. Lesotho able to deal with it, but it's kept alive here by Vidinho. The header wide of the mark, should have been better. Unmarked, and in the end, just wide from Mindinho as the two central defenders combine. Vidinho setting up Mindinho, who really should be doing better.
Yeah, Vidinho knew where he was, and then he just whipped it in the area. But the finishing, he was waiting for it, saw it coming, but didn't do much with it, Mindinho.
So, early scare here for Lesotho, as Angola look to take matters into their own hand by going into the lead here. It will take them up to 7 points. Keep in mind, same number as Namibia. And it's down to a goal difference between the two. So they will need goals here in the second half whilst they try and deny Lesotho from finding the back of the net themselves. Seba up nicely then to keep the pressure on Angola here. Maestro with a touch, immediately attacking the space available to him out on the far side. Maestro with good movement off the ball. They're sort of quick to get numbers behind it. Keliano. Vidinho. Now Petro's done well on this near side, and well, the Lesotho had men in responsible positions covering the cross coming in. Let's start here to this second half for the Angolans as they look to go into the lead for the first time in this encounter. Foul committed by Manzoni. Did a good job in keeping Kutlang quiet in the first half. Out on that right side. At times had to deal with Mokhatani as those two swap sides. Speaking of Mokhatani, man felt he was due a foul then for the contacts. Nothing coming from the officials. Elmendinho plays for Atletico Petro de Luanda. In fact, both the central defenders are club mates. Malap. Unable to help Malap keep it moving down the line. Now that Eddie Paul is looking for the movement of Maestro, a little too strong in the angle, not doing him any favors with man from Orbit College out in South Africa, Morang, able to get there first. Space on this near side if Lesotho can exploit it. Angola very quick to deny them that option. Battling against Pedro is Makhashani here. Seba dropping deep to get involved. Followed him all the way then. And Mendinho, good physical battle between the two here. Two big men really getting into it in the physical tussle.
Interesting, Sizo, is that the referee was watching them and just thought, let me see them battling it out. He never wanted to give a foul anyway.
Everybody taking hits. In the end, the decision goes with Angola. Maestro. Kiliano. Pedro, or rather Picas, with the ball down the line. Good work to ride the challenge initially, but was there enough contact to see him lose contact or to see him lose balance? The referee doesn't think so. Comes to nothing for the Angolans when it looked promising for just a moment.
He slipped there. Yes, there was contact, but not the contact to bring him down. But as he was trying to regain his pace or footing, that's when he went down.
Loves to get forward, Pedro. Of course, was his movement off the ball and the forward surges that earned the Angolans the penalty that saw them level the scoreline at 1-1 towards the end of that first half. Now, power running. Still, Lesotho having just enough back to deal with the danger.
I've noticed a slight change with Angola. When they attack, they just have those three midfielders joining the two up front and making sure that they put pressure on opposition. And the two up front, in this case, would be Depu and Petro.
Maestro. Oh, it's done well. Under tremendous amount of pressure from two players, Maestro, but unfortunately the ball had gone out of play. So, throw into Lesotho here. Few more supporters here in the second half out to that far side. The first, those that maybe have made their way out of work, looking to catch a bit of the action. Penafa doing a good job of keeping tabs on Matlape as he pushes forwards. In the end, giving away a set piece here to Lesotho. Ball in. And Ganga getting two strong fists onto it. Picas of Ferenze, forcing the throw in. Still more than just a few yards to take that throw in here on this near side, Pedro. That's why it's all being called back. Place for Sporting in Portugal. The man taking the throw in. Again, heavily involved here in this match. Is the left back, loves to get forward, set piece in a good area. Decisions have to be made here. The distance, as we look back at the foul committed by Lemgolani. But the distance suggests it may be a bit too far to think about a direct strike at goal here. Hasi will be coming on. And Matodi makes way. Benafa is another player that's making way and coming on in his place is Miro. Now, put in, that's a chance, the diving header. Wide of the mark, flag has stayed down. Goal kick it is, and well, you won't get a better chance than that.
Mendino knows that well, that this is the second time a header just not put on target. That was a clear header. Did everything right except too wide. Diving and just getting to attack that ball was the perfect way of doing it.
That's two clear opportunities he's had with headers from dead ball situations here in the second half. Clear-cut chances, both of them going just wide.
Coach must be thinking, I told you at halftime that you must use your heads, but not this way. Hit the target.
Well, they are a threat from a dead ball situation here. Big men from Angola. So many that have a height presence and powerful runners. Domingos fouled here in the battle of the number 4s. He's another of the Feirense players, teammates with Picas out in Portugal. Mendinho's had the best chances by far here in the second half, a couple of them, the central defender. Namibia 2 up in their match. Alula, the man who's extended their lead out at the Isaac Wilson Stadium. They're doing what they should do, not only win a match but score goals to better their chances of advancing. Keeping in mind 3 teams in a Group B had 6 points, so Kenya, one of those that finished second, will snatch up the best second placed team to join the 3 group winners in the semi-finals. Pedro.
So, Cesar, on that note, you mean then there'll be Mozambique, Comoros, Namibia, and Kenya in the semis?
Who would have bet to those?
I wouldn't either.
Full of surprises, this 2024 Hollywood Best COSAFA Cup.
That extending of a scoreline was just a reassurance of some sort, because whatever happens here, there, the Namibians are comfortable.
Now, I have to believe that Seychelles may just pull 1 or 2 back and push on forward. Yeah, so they do to the Angolans. Depo asking too much of Kiliano. with the ball on this near side. They will get the throw in, however, the Angolans. Approaching the hour mark, they're writing on the wall for them. So, by the look of it, Max Hopper, and last year's two finalists won't get through the group stages. Zimbabwe back with a bang, back with exciting football, 2 wins, and a loss sees them out of it. Zambia out of it, last year's winners. South Africa out of it, the hosts. Nganga looking for pickers. Ooh. Decision goes against the Angolans here. Men on the bench very quick to deal with the injured man from Lesotho. Yellow card it will be for pickers, the first of this match. Right on the hour mark. Maybe a situation where both had their eye on the ball. So looking for it the entire time, his eyes up until the coming together. So he's feeling a little hard done by that yellow card, and maybe you can understand his point of view. He was looking up the whole time.
No intentions to hurt the opponent at all, so he's got a point there. Unfortunately, the referee has a yellow card.
Well, good news for Lesotho is that Mahashani will be able to continue. Looking to make it 2 goals and 2 against the Angolans. Keep in mind here today, having scored against them in the 4-2 loss last year. Well, he commits the foul here. Sera dropping back and looking to assist defensively. Then he kicks the ball away. He needs to be careful of that. Shouldn't let the frustration get the better of them. The Lesotho players, we saw a lot of that from around when the penalty was conceded. Not only were his protests borderline to him getting a card, but then he also kicked the ball away when the goal was scored or penalty was converted. Nice little chipping ball over the top here. Good recovery defensively.
That was very tight, keeping the eye on the pickers, making sure that he doesn't play them.
Sixth corner of the match, this. 3 apiece. Header! That's more like it. Now they found the back of the nets. However, the Angolans yet again. It's one of those 2 central defenders, Vidinho, from just about point-blank range, gives them the lead for the first time in this match.
Vidinho was unmarked, and it's not for the first time Maestro plays a corner that goes straight to the head of his teammate. In this case, it's Vidinho. Last time, it was Depu. And what a free header. He did well. We've always been complaining of them heading wide, but he knew where he was, and he controlled it so well. Unmarked, lanky man, took advantage of every situation that he had.
Well, the signs have been there from dead ball situations. They've won just about every dead ball they've had. And a ball thrown into the box of the Angolans here in the second half when they've had numbers in there, the big men in there. Vidinho, who could so easily have gotten an assist earlier, had Vidinho converted his cross. This time, puts it beyond Werani. And Angola shake things up in the group here. And in the time they're remaining, they'll be wanting to score way more goals here to boost their chances of a semi-final berth. Well, they're simply struggling with dead ball situations here in the second half. They have had no answer to the balls coming in and the big men push forward.
They also don't have big defenders, if you notice, Lesotho. So they don't even have players that can compete when it comes to set pieces. Imagine when there's Vidino and Depu in that box, then it's always going to be difficult for them to know who to pick.
Caliano in the middle of the park wearing the number 23. He's also another big player. Vidino, Mindinho, Depu. They've got some big men out there to the Angolans. Get battle on here. Angola looking to add to the lead. Pickers. Pedro. Kiliano. Mindinho, crossfield ball, it's a lovely ball. Now, as they stand, Namibia and Angola are tied at the top on 7 points. Then the goal difference is what sees Namibia on top, down +3. Angola need a couple here to go outright on top. So all the reason in the world for them to keep pressing on here and see if they can score 2 goals in the time that remains. In the hope that Namibia don't continue to score against Seychelles. Have to push forward here, the Angolans. They need a couple more goals at the very least. They score 1 and it ends up tied with Namibia, and we whip out our calculators. In fact, as it stands, with both these sides on 7 points, it kicks Kenya out of the best placed second position, and it's a job done for the Angolans. Well, the hits just don't stop coming. Kenya now will be amongst those watching on and hoping that Lesotho do them a favor
and pull one back,
yeah,
to get a draw.
Yeah.
How does it work? 20 minutes ago you were out, or you were in being Kenya, and suddenly you look at it and say, we're out. But they have to hang in there until the final minute of this game.
Well, they won't want to leave it to chance. When the Angolans, if they can score 1 more, you can be sure of it. Well, but still it will mean they, Namibia, go through on 7 points apiece if it's they that win. Now, problems there for Lesotho. Depu called for the foul. Throws it down from the front, continues to hound. Makhele here, the Chipper United man. See, he's been through the wars then with his jersey being a sign of that. Lesotho have hardly looked a threat here in the second half, it need be said.
When you say Lesotho had hardly been a threat in the second half, I thought the inclusion of Serra would give them a sort of a shape and approach up front. But then the big defenders from Angola.
Yes, Serra! Diving in, header, just wide of the mark. The lovely ball in from the far side, and there you have it. There's your answer.
That's what we say, speak of a devil, it will appear. Cross-played, he hasn't really been in the game since he came on, and there, technique, everything was just perfect. Isn't it the same way as the Angolans play? They look for depth and Lesotho now looks for Sera.
Well, there's definitely a threat in the air. As I said, best moment for Lesotho here in the second half. I'll be encouraged by that. For 20. Tolwane, Seda, don't want to keep it moving here and shrug off the defender as I say so. He leaves a trailing arm, and Kiliano will win the set piece, and a yellow card to Seda.
And he's trying to plead his case, Moteban Sera, to say, but he kicked me. But you don't have to swing your hand across his face.
Won the duel. Yeah, definitely left the hand in there. So, Angola making yet another change here. Kiliano, in fact, will make way. That was his last involvement in this match. So, coming on in his place is Pedro. Agostino. We'll just use his last name as well, as he is referred to as just Pedro. We do have a situation where we've got two Pedros on the field, so we'll call him Pedro Agostino then. It's Bukashan. Working hard here, both these sides in trying to get the advantage. Seda. Tolwane. Good movement to the far side. Nice nifty little touch to find Magade. Come on, to keep it moving. Lesotho now probing. Seda lining it up. Needed a couple of opportunities to hold on to it, did Langanga. Seda shot straight at him.
In that case, Pedro is just in agony, and the players are ignoring him, obviously. So they're in attack, they need a goal badly. And Sera is just in the thick of things. They're not going to look at the man that is just tumbling all over Pedro.
Was an off-the-ball situation here as we look back at the shots. Akashani, I believe it is, with the arm before he moves across towards the left of your picture. He's already left his man down.
Who did he collide with, though? It looks like
Makashani.
Oh, Makashani is the man.
He also left the trailing arm
yes,
as he moved across, and the officials may not have spotted this.
But from Friday, they will spot everything.
Yeah. VAR will be in the picture. Well, a few of them look dejected. It need to be said in the center of your screen. A few around them are still getting behind the team here. Yep, he's back. Good family out. Youngster gets to see himself on television for the first time.
And he just keeps on waving and waving.
That's from the Mountain Kingdom. Very much so, third and fourth playoff on a Sunday. Keep in mind there will be at a midday final. It's at 3 o'clock on Sunday. We still have the semi-finals to get through. Let's see. Best turn here. Good movement on this near side for Lesotho. Pedro responsible defensively. That's Daniel on this near side. Ball in. Bad ball. Just got to play on this near side. So Lesotho ball it will be as they try and get it moving quickly then. And trying to catch the men from Angola unawares. So, Serra and Pedro getting a talking to here. Things getting tense with both these sides fighting to be the next to score. Lesotho really putting in a good effort here to try and turn the tide in this match. Bidinho. Pickers. Depu, once again, looking to use his presence up front to cause discomfort. He's done so. Now can he find the back of the net? Again, just wide. All on his own then, causing all sorts of trouble for the two central defenders. Twice he's tried the lob, twice he's gone nearly wide.
And he has just done it so calm. It's just that width that he can't get right. He opens the foot and the bounce was always going to just put it off. It was so cushioned. He knew what he was doing, kindly and widely it went.
And Angola have all the reason in the world to want to go route one then. If he gets that initial touch, it starts the trouble. Same as the one in the first half where he got the initial touch, the defender followed up with one that wasn't convincing. This time the touch was too good. Even if it came off the shoulder for the two defenders, he still had the better of them.
And it's just the angle that lets him down, just to put it straight with the target. Just always go inches wide. But the idea, like it.
3 cars shown in this match. Not much separating them in ball possession stats. Again, very even encounter, as we saw from the half-time stats. It's continued in that vein. Pickers, isolated. Manani. Keeping a close eye on him. Nice touch. Serra. Puts too much onto it. Just when it looked promising then, with the likes of Fotwani making runs going in towards that halfway line, and Lesotho were looking to break then on a quick transition.
In that case, that's when you're not sure because the line is so tight. Play it ahead, then let there be a mini sprint between the two. And the best thing for your teammate is that he's looking at it and the defender has to adjust and turn. Somebody might say, yeah, but not all strikers are quick. Yes, you've got to know who you have in your team because your Mukaleles and others would reach there. Your Brendan Silent would reach there.
At the point you're making initially was a good one in that the defender would have had to turn. The runners already were facing the right direction and had momentum over him. That turning would have cost him dearly in that race, that being the defender. And the attackers would have had the advantage. So you made a good point.
Interesting though, defenders got taught that you cannot always be beaten by by strikers. So they now taught that in a case like that, make sure that every time your body is not square, it's half turned. Then you're already completing the turn to chase the ball.
Inches. Game of inches.
Instead of a whole circumference.
Yeah. Still lucky to be able to try and keep it moving on this near side. They'll get the throw in Lesotho. So the initial ball lacks quality. Again. Powerful. There's a Depo when he's running off the ball, he's very quick and powerful. He was behind when that race started, got there ahead of the defenders and still held it up nicely for the Angolans, who now win a set piece. Very good player, that.
Nothing wrong there. Good referee, because at that or in that case, Malani just went for the ball, and that was just being late of people.
Now here's a chance. Again tries the lob. This time cleared off the line. Now it's a 3. He's tried, and this time it's Mogogwani of Maklama, who gets the time to clear. Again, route 1 stuff, and if it bounces and you're not sure of yourself in the heart of the defense, the nightmare begins again.
Now he has tried 3 different ways. Which is the best way now? Just whack it. Whack it, because it all bounces over.
Good cover by Mogogwani. Well, they've tried to line it up for the shot at the edge of the box. Then Lesotho doing well to defend. Morani. 10 minutes. Yeah, time wasting tactics have officially begun. It's clear.
He heard you saying 10 minutes.
He's like, yeah, no, sure.
How do I milk this?
Anyway, we'll do now for the Angolans. Mendinho could have scored a couple here today. That said, Depo could have scored a hat-trick here today. 2 lobs that went just wide. One that was cleared off the line, scored from the penalty spot. Here they come. Ball in towards that far post is just out of reach for Depo. Always looking for him. This time it was Domingos looking for him. Nicely done in the middle of the park. Beautifully done. And finding the space and exploiting it on that left side by the Angolans. Lesotho making changes. Patrici will come on. Plays left football for Black Leopards. Only played 1 half of football so far in this tournament in his 1 appearance. 45 minutes, all he's had, so he'll have a few more minutes here to add on to what's a exiting effort for Lesotho.
Talking about a few more minutes, I'm looking at Mozambique and Comoros, who have just made it, and then they're all playing on Friday. So day off for these teams for today, just 1 day off, and the others would be 2 days off.
Now, early ball, Depo, good touch, difficult angle. Flag had gone up anyway. He is a toy of a target man. He moves well, he's big and strong, and only has one thing in mind, chest off. Close call.
Very close. It's one of those that in the yesteryear you would say give the attacking team the benefit of the doubt.
Yep. What, 10, 15 years ago we'd say that?
Just as recent as 5 years ago.
How things change fast in the world of football. VAR steps into the picture and has changed everything. VAR will be stepping into the picture here at the 2024 Hollywood Best COSAFA Cup. as of the semi-finals.
Talking about 5 years ago, Sizwe, new rules again in this season. Remember, every July the rules are reviewed. The interesting one is a simple one. The captain's armband must always have captain written or C, but must have one color. They don't want all these rainbow colors.
Now, fisting from Langanga had fallen right in front of him, and it would have been a dangerous spot. Fortunately for him, his teammates were the quickest to react and get that clear. Lesotho looking to throw a wrench into the works here and bring Kenya back into the fold if they can find a late equalizer.
Can't be waiting like Kenya. Just waiting by the wings. And people suddenly around us see us jumping. What happened? Then you have to explain. Not now.
10 minutes ago, we were going home. 10 minutes ago, we were going home back to Mabasa and such, and now we're staying on now.
Just when we find time also, I'll just touch on the other rule that was very interesting, or that I found interesting.
Well, they need a good ball, yep. And the 5 remaining. Kenya hoping Lesotho are able to pull one back. Gets another. This time a corner. Very good game for Pedro operating in that left back position. Won them a penalty, responsible defensively, involved in a lot of the attack going forward on this left side here for the Angolans. Still, it may not be enough at the end of the day. Good defending on the near post once again. Again, in no hurry is Langanga.
Well, Langanga is still relaxing the season. Just this rule also, it's on the penalty. When the penalty taker now puts the ball, he must place it such that at least not the whole circumference of the ball, but at least part of the ball should touch that. Not the whole of the ball should touch the spot if the referee accepts it. But the referee must check it just like they're doing with the corner kicks. So the referee will be involved. When he's happy, then the kicker can take. Because you know most players will put it on the side and behind or on top. They pick a good spot, but it should be on the spot.
Pickers will make way here. And to come on in his place is Sandro. Another change we'll see. Manu coming on. And well, Tepu's had a very good game here, very good tournament thus far. Top goal scorer making way. 3 goals he scored in this tournament. Manu will come on in his place. Lesotho again still looking for that goal that will see Angola get on a plane alongside them out of PE tomorrow. As things stand, they will know. They will be enjoying a couple of more matches from the national team as they will be advancing through to the semi-finals as the best second place team in the tournament. So close for the Kenyans. So that'll mean out of Group B, only Comoros march on through, getting the better of Kenya, Zimbabwe, and Zambia. Very few would have betted that, if any at all. Well, Namibia have scored again in their match. They lead 3-0 out at the Isaac Volkson Stadium. 6 goals. Group C has given us here on the last match day. 3 here, 3 there. Only there, it's one side that scored the goals. Seychelles being put to the sword. Well, Domingos was quite possibly brought to ground then by Naughty Lebogolani but Dinare. Once the whistle had gone, that's what the fuss was about here on this near side. Now, 90 minutes have come and gone here in this encounter. As things stand, Angola are through. They only need manage the last few minutes here. Easier said than done, but that's what they have to do if they are to ensure they go through as the best second place team in the 3 groups. Set piece to Lesotho, in a hurry to get it moving again. Other men from the Mountain Kingdom. 4 minutes. Fourth official in this encounter. Mushitama Naftal from Namibia. The challenge on the far side. Anywhere will do for Mindinho. Good understanding between defender and keeper. Now, bit of a problem here for Werani, I believe, landed on the opponent on his way down, and wow, big problem. Straight red in ending this game. Have a look here. Header straight up. Pedro, well, gets a knee to the face. Actually, he's eye on the ball, but keeps that knee up for longer than is necessary. That's the belief of the referee here. Mohamed Atumani from Comoros. Seen as dangerous play or violent play, if you will. Werani walks with under 2 remaining of 4. It's gone from bad to worse for Lesotho. Captain giving the marching orders. Believe could very well be the 4th red card of this year's Hollywood Press COSAFA Cup in the group stages. They'll believe the job is done now. Up against 10 men. Reserve keeper quickly getting kitted up and hoping to join in the fray soon. Dangiso Chaba, I believe it is, from LCSFC. Yes, it is. Coming in for his first involvement in this year's COSAFA Cup. May just get about a minute in there, maybe less. By the way, it's a penalty. May just get a touch on the ball. First and possibly only involvement in this game would be to come up with a save. Mokachani will be the man sacrificed here. This wasn't in the plan for Coach Noti. And Miro, it is. looking to extend the lead for the Angolans. Miro against Chaba. Angola looking for the 2-goal cushion at the end of it all, and they get it here. Well, so it could be the very last attack of the game. Easy as you like. As the man that's coming off the bench keeps his cool late on against another that had just come in off the bench and is yet to get a touch in open play. Again, the raised knee, the reason for the penalty then. Stayed up unnecessarily long and was violent in the end. Straight red it was for Moerane. But Chaba coming on in his place, beaten by Miro, another substitute from earlier on in the day. And Angola having come from behind now, leading with a 3-1 scoreline. Here, 3-1 at the Isaac Wolfson Stadium, Seychelles. Have a pull run back, so it's Namibia and Angola that will march on through to the semi-finals here. That was the very last kick of the game then, and Angola, having come from behind here, have done the business as the best second-place team. And well, Namibia beating Seychelles at the same time at the Isaac Wolfson Stadium. For Lesotho, this will be heartbreaking. They had moments to score more than one and should have scored more than one when you consider how they ended the first half. They led first in this encounter. The Angolan fans will be happy with the character shown from their side. Depo to pull one back and cancel out the goal scored by Futwane. And they finished it off with Miro from the penalty spot after Vidinho had also gotten in amongst the goals. Entertaining stuff from the last of the group matches here. It's Lesotho 1, Angola 3 at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Angola again had a better guided in goal attempts. They just edged out Lesotho in a shot on target. Again, very little separating them in ball possession stats. Bookings, well, Lesotho did have a man on a yellow card, in fact on 2 yellows, that being the goalkeeper Morani late in the day, equating to a red card. Angola a couple on yellows then. So, good contest here between these two sides. Lesotho will look back at their chances and feel they could have scored 2 or 3 themselves here in this match. And they battled and gave as good as they got. The likes of Sera coming close to leveling matters then, including Mageteng during the course of the 90 minutes. Angola doing so well. Depo could have had a hat-trick with the goal scored from the penalty spots. He also had 3 lobs, 1 cleared off the line, 2 going just wide in when he caused all sorts of problems for the combination of Mogogwane and Machele between or in the heart of the Lesotho defense. Angola impressive, showing character in coming from behind here to notch up another win in the COSAFA Cup against Lesotho in their history.
And man of the match now goes to Pedro, and to give that award is Mr. Shongwe, who is an executive member and also in charge of competitions. Please do the honors, sir.
Congratulations, eh? This is yours. Well done.
Thank you. Pedro, you're doing it again. We met last time and you won the man of the match again. Hard work today. You had to win this one because of the last group or the last matches of the group.
Fizeste de novo, que já tivemos da vez passada e ganhaste o homem do jogo mais uma vez. Jogo duro, o que é que tu achas do jogo? O que é que pensas do jogo?
Bem, boa tarde a todos. Sabemos que é jogo muito difícil, que precisamos a ganhar e estou sempre preparado para ajudar a minha equipa a chegar o mais distante possível.
We knew beforehand that would be a very tough game because of the way Lesotho plays, but as we always ready, so I'm here to help my teammates and the team go forward, and yeah, we're ready.
It is cold. I won't keep you long. As a player, you need to be now getting home. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's our man of the match. Petro can't keep the players too long on a cold day like this. And the coach is joining us. Coach Notsi, the experience of this whole tournament, forget about the results today. We all know about that. Just the experience and what your plan is.
No, we have had actually all the 3 matches that we've played. I think there's a lot that our boys have learned. I would say the first match is a game which we were supposed to have won, wrapped up in the first half, but probably complacency was the main setback from our boys. Then the second match against Namibia, tough one. Experience shown by the Namibians, and it's something that the aggression that they put into the game, it's an area whereby we also have to adapt and try to learn from that. And today's match actually also, we started on a very good note, had an early goal, conceded, and I think also the mental strength of our boys showed that we still have a lot of work to do in terms of the way they conducted themselves towards the match officiating, you know, and it's an opportunity for us to see to it that now we improve as a group.
You say that we can't ignore Moerane just throwing his toys out of the court.
Definitely.
And obviously these are building phases where you say when it comes to a qualifying level or maybe even at that competition level, you could be thrown out. The referee was lenient there.
Definitely. And we did discuss it during the halftime break, you know, how to, you know, they should try to respect the match officials, you know. Because these are situations whereby we've been saying COSAFA brings the good platform, but now the behavior really disrupts the whole situation.
Coach, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure working with you throughout.
My pleasure too.
Thank you.
So much.
And I'll be joined by Coach Concaves. That's the winning coach of Angola. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Looking at the game itself, your big hit man, the number 9, Depu, he was on the money today.
Well, most important, it was that we, even with the situation of losing the match, we can keep the focus in the mentality, because before we concede the goal, we are playing well. So the situation is sometimes we must ground with that matches, and 3 matches very tight, and we feel that we grow a lot. So unfortunately, Depu missed 3 great opportunities, but the truth is he also created.
Yes.
He also he very focused on create opportunities. So keep the mentality. The team and the boys have a very good mentality, very good focus, even in situations, opponent situations difficult. But yeah, right now we try to recover because the match is really tough, and focus on semi-finals and believe we can achieve in the final for sure.
You're talking about recovery, 1 day break. Back here on Friday.
It's the second time 1 day break, so yeah.
And semi-final stages could be tougher because then all of you might be thinking, I just only have this one to get to the final.
And we're going to play with opponents who have In this case, with so close times, the schedule, well, it's hard for us, but it is what it is, and right now is find the solutions for recover everybody. When you have a good mentality, always help.
Coach, just generally now, before we even meet on Friday, just what you have learned in these group stages, what has the team brought, and the players that you have identified now, that these are the ones that I can go on with? Well, all of them, but the ones that you think, these are the ones that can stand the test of time.
Yes, sure. Well, that players is always are always follow. So it's not properly news for us, that kind of performance. So we, after that tournament, for sure, other ones are knocking the main team for sure. But this is the day before when we launch it, the tournament, we think about that. So it's good work, good congratulations for the boys, and I think that kind of things push for everybody. Even the inside football in Angola, people are believing more, so it's very important.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
Congratulations. See you on Friday.
Yes.
Good luck
Hope
in
so.
the semis.
All the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Then that's the coach that was looking back at the game that they played. That's Luis Concalves, and that is the coach of Angola. But looking at the log, this is what happened and how it stands. So Angola is through, top of the log. Namibia, second best qualifiers or best team, to just make the fourth team, just by winning by 3-0 away to Seychelles. That has helped them. It has been very interesting when at some point Mozambique, in fact Kenya, was in until Namibia scored their third goal. So it's been a very, very interesting day to see who of these two will join that other two, that is Comoros and Mozambique. So the semi-finalists are Comoros, Namibia, Mozambique, and making sure that they're going out there and confirming their place. So that's it from us here at Nelson Mandela Bay. Very chilly afternoon, and Comoros is the side that is through. But here, that's where we see a situation where Angola have gone through. So Angola 3 and Lesotho 0.
Woo!